Most dads think getting in better shape is some huge project. Hours in the gym, constant meal prepping every Sunday, having to live like a little bit of a monk and just spending way more time than they feel is feasible to actually do the thing. But because you believe that, often you don't even start, you don't even make a change. But here's what I know, having coached hundreds of dads over the years. You don't need much time. You don't need a personal chef. You don't need complicated training routines. You don't need 4, 5, 6 hours a week. You don't need a perfect situation. You can rebuild your body, reclaim your energy, and get in much better shape in as little as 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes. I know you have 15 minutes. Now, let me share with you what that would look like. If you take a simple concept of 15 minutes and you stack those 15 minutes, right? So you're just like stacking those 15-minute wins every single day, the results are going to compound, much like they would do if you started investing $15 a day into the stock market, right? It's going to take time, but the better you get with that, the more consistent you get with that, the better results you get, right? Same concept here with your health and fitness. You need to step up and accept responsibility for the fact that you've let yourself go a little bit and start to implement 15-minute changes into your daily routine. So, why would a 15-minute workout be better than a 90-minute workout for most dads? The first thing is it's about sustainability, right? It's about, can you do the thing consistently? I know you've got 15 minutes. So therefore, there's no reason for you not to do it, right? So you don't have to find time. The time's already there. You just need to slot it in. 15 minutes can fit between meetings. 15 minutes can fit in while the kids are taking a nap. 15 minutes can be fit in whilst you're watching TV before bed. 15 minutes can happen before the chaos of the day even begins in the morning, right? There's so many different windows where you've got 15 minutes. So the sustainability, that factor is there. Secondly, there's then that level of consistency. Because you know that sustainability is there and you can do it on a regular basis, you're going to be more consistent with it. You're going to stick to it. And therefore, you're not going to need to rely on willpower and motivation all the time because it's already there, ready to be done. And these tiny little wins like this are just going to stack up, okay? The third thing here to consider with the plan that I'm going to give you in a second is that it should be quite frictionless because there's no need for like a gym, there's no need for a commute to a gym, there's no need for a lot of equipment. If you've got equipment, then great, you can factor that in. If you want to use a gym, then great, you can, but you don't need to, right? So again, we're removing another obstacle that potentially might have been in your way from getting in shape in the past. It's no longer there. So that's basically why you should consider an option like this if you're struggling to stay committed and sustainable to any other practice. Okay, so how could you potentially use that 15 minutes to maximize the impact of that 15 minutes and actually get in decent shape? So something really simple you could do would be to take a very simple bodyweight workout, like 5 to 10 push-ups, 15 to 20 squats, 3 to 5 pull-ups if you've got a pull-up bar, and repeat that circuit for 15 minutes. Simple as that. Now, with that little variation that I've just described, there's about 50 other variations that I could come up with that are going to be of that nature that you can do at home with minimal equipment, right? Very minimal equipment. 15 minutes, your body weight, pull-up bar, maybe some gymnastics rings to hang off the pull-up bar. Again, minimal investment we're talking here. You can get in unbelievably good shape if you pair that up with good nutrition and just be consistent with it. It's not complicated, guys. It's not complicated. It's the simple things done basics. Simple things done basics. It's the simple things done well over time, right? That little workout, like I said, I can think of 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, loads of different variations of that simple workout that you could do. And you would then just be able to rinse and repeat, right, over time. And that's going to give you much better results than what you're currently doing, which is probably nothing. So before you dismiss this, genuinely give it a try. Set a timer for 15 minutes, right? Do 5 to 10 push-ups or whatever your strength level's at. Do 15 to 20 squats. Do 3 to 5 pull-ups. Rinse and repeat that for 15 to 20 minutes if you've got 20 minutes, right? And just cycle through it. And tell me you don't feel like you got in a good session. Now, you don't need to overcomplicate this process. You can just do this simple thing over and over again with different variations, slightly different exercises, and just rinse and repeat. You're not going to look like a bodybuilder doing this. You're not going to look like a powerlifter. You're not going to be like a freak of nature by any stretch. But what you are going to be is in much better shape than you are now. You're going to be healthier for your family. You're going to feel like you've got more energy. In fact, you're going to have more energy. You're going to have more confidence. You're going to look better naked. You're going to have less injuries and less aches and less niggles and less pain. All of that is possible with just 15 minutes a day. So you don't really have a reason to not do this. In fact, give me one. Tell me in the comments why you can't do this, right? Let's see if your reasons are actually legitimate or they're just reasons that you're kind of just putting it out there just, to make excuses, right? You just need to find 15 minutes a day. I know you can do this. I know you can do this. Every session that you do is a deposit in your future self. For yourself, for your family, for everyone that's around you, right? The work you do now is going to pay dividends in the future. And that's why it's so important that you just find a sustainable practice that you can just stick with over the long term. And eventually, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not in a week, maybe not in a month, depending on where you're starting from, maybe in 6 months, maybe in a year, I don't know, you're going to wake up one day and you go, oh, wow, I look fucking good. I look different. I feel different. I move different. All of those things will slowly start to happen. And one day it'll just click and you go, oh shit, wow. So try that short workout. Here's something for you. Comment 15 minutes. I will send you over a link to my 15-minute fat loss workout program that's got loads of these different variations in that you can start implementing, right? And you can start putting them into practice and basically come up with a whole schedule of all these different little workouts that you can do to help you get in better shape over the next 6 months to a year. All right, so comment 15 minutes, I'll send you that over, but you need to commit to this. You need to stick to it. You need to say, okay, I'm going to put in 15, 20 minutes a day into my diary and I'm going to make this happen. I promise you, if you do that, you're going to see really, really great results quite quickly. But over the long term, if you keep it up, you're going to be a completely different person in a year's time. Okay, 15 minutes. That's it. You can start that today. Comment 15 minutes. I'll send you over that guide and let's get you on the path to actually getting in better shape, despite being a dad with a crazy lifestyle. 15 minutes.